draws on a turn of a card, right here on Card Sharks. And here's your host, Ronnie Flippin.
Welcome, 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 guys. If you saw that last episode, Gary Newkirk was not playing around. He did a good thing by winning $46,200. Gary, welcome, sir.
Well, thank you.
Gary, do you think you can make it 2 games in a row?
I can see what I can do.
All right, and we have a new person joining us. Let me type your name first when this thing come up, the program come up here. Here we go, Gary. And we have a new person. She is known as the Bunny Chick on YouTube, and she's from Australia, mate. It's Carla. How you doing, Carla?
Hello.
Carla, why don't you tell the viewers at home a little bit about yourself?
I'm Carla from Australia.
Yep.
I like my bingo.
Uh-huh.
I like going to trivia nights once a week with my mum. I like hanging out with my buddies, and I love listening to music. Anything will do, but I generally like listening to a channel that's devoted to all types of music from I think it was 50s to 80s. The stuff Gary likes.
Okay. Well, great having you. Do they have a game called Card Sharks in Australia?
Yeah, but they called it a different name. They called it Play Your Cards Right.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, great having you with us, Carla. All right. Well, I'll explain the rules since this is your very first time playing Card Sharks. The object of the game is to answer these high-low toss-up questions for control of the cards, and that's how you try to win the game. Now, the first game is worth $1,000. The second game is worth $2,000. And the third game, if we need a third game, is worth $3,000, okay? And whoever win the best 2 out of 3 match will go under the money cards for $144,000. Simple as that, okay? And if you're ready, Gary, this is your first high-low question. Okay, Gary, we polled 100 fashion models in New York City and asked them, in all honesty, do you think you're pretty when you're not wearing makeup?
Yes.
Yeah, I know you are. How many models say yes, they think they're pretty without wearing makeup?
And I thought it was the scariest thing, leaving your house without makeup on. Okay, it wasn't really that fun. Okay, baby. Okay, anyways, yeah, the scariest thing leaving was leaving without your makeup on. But anyways, no offense. But oh, not that many in New York are too confident. I'm gonna have to say 42.
Going 42. Okay, Carla, is that number higher or lower than 42?
You know what? I think it may be a tiny bit lower. Just go lower, please.
Okay, going lower. If it is lower, Carla, you'll play your cards. If it is 42 or higher, Gary will play his cards. And if anybody gets it right on the nose on a high-low question, it's a $1,000 bonus, okay? The actual number of models that say yes, they think they're pretty without wearing makeup is... Oh, it's 53. It's not lower, it's higher. So, Gary, you get it. Okay, Gary, your opening card is a jack. You can play it or change it.
Lower.
Okay, he's going to keep it. Lower than the jack. It's an 8.
You know what? I'm gonna go for it and say higher.
He's going to take a chance. Higher than an 8. It's a 9.
I feel risky. It's just a wild guess. But I have just a strange feeling it's gonna be higher. Just a strange feeling.
He's going against the odds. Higher than a 9. It's a 10.
Lower.
Alright, for the first game at $1,000, lower than the 10. You did it, Gary. Good job.
Goodness.
Gary, you didn't even give Carla a chance in that one. Good job. $47,200 is what you're up to now. Well, Carla, as you know, it's make or break right here. So,
On that first question, I was going to go higher, but I thought it was lower.
yep. Okay, so we're on our next high-low question. This is a new set of questions for round 2, and this game is worth $2,000. So, Carla, you have to get in here in order to have a chance. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, Carla, we took a confidential poll of 100 New York cab drivers. All these questions are about New York. And asked them, be honest, have you ever dented a parked car and driven away without telling anyone? How many cab drivers admitted they have?
I'm gonna say, just for funniness, can I say 69?
Yeah, you can say 69. You want to say 69?
Yeah, 69, please.
She's going with 69. All right, Gary, is it higher or lower than 69?
Oh boy, about that number. Lower.
Going lower. Let me fix that. Here we go. Lower. All right. Let's check it out. The actual number of cab drivers that admitted they have dented a parked car and didn't tell anyone is 23. It's a lot lower. Good job, Gary.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Gary, your opening card's the king, my friend.
Lower.
You're going to keep it? Lower than the king. No! It's an ace. All right, Carla, welcome to the game. You get a free chance.
Finally.
You have to play. You have to play off of the 10, Carla.
Lower.
Lower than a 10. It's a 5. Now, Carla, as you know, you can continue to predict whether those next cards are higher or lower than the ones before it. But if you mess up on even one card, you will go back to your base card, which is the 10. You can't freeze at any time, okay, Carla?
Higher.
She's going for it. Higher than a 5. It's an 8. 7 plus 1.
Higher.
She's taking a risk. Higher than an 8. No, it's a 6.
Oh, well, I had to have a guy.
All right, well, here's the next high-low question. It goes to you, Gary.
I wouldn't be that surprised if it's about New York.
Okay, here we go. Your question, Gary. We asked 100 men, have you ever given someone a black eye in a fight?
Oh, maybe I have, because maybe someone was trying. Okay, no, I didn't.
How many men said yes, they have given someone a black eye?
Oh, God. Oh. I'm going to say a middle number, 56.
He's going with 56. All right, here you go. Carla, is that number higher or lower than 56?
I'll go lower.
Going lower. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of men that gave someone a black eye is 45. It is lower. Carla, good job.
Yay.
All right, Carla, you got that 10. Do you want to play it or change it?
Throw that in the old garbage hole.
So you're changing it, right?
I want to change it.
Okay, the 10 becomes a 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. No, it's a 4.
Dang it.
Gary, free chance. You have to play off the king.
Lower.
Lower than the king. It's an 8.
Oh, man. Gonna take a guess here and say higher.
He's going to take a chance. Higher than an 8. It's a 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10. No, it's a queen. Okay, the third question, it goes to you, Gary.
Shouldn't have gone to me, because you did the first question to me, second was Gary, third
Oh, right, you're right, Carla. I'm sorry about that. It is your turn. Right, it is your turn. Thank you, Carla. Here's your question, Carla. We asked 100 people, have you ever spent a night in a sleeping bag? How many people said yes, they have spent the night in a sleeping bag?
Alright, I'll go sensible now. I will go 43.
She's going 43. Okay, Gary, is it higher or lower than 43?
It's a good number, but I'm sure a lot of people have slept in a bag before. How about higher?
Going higher. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of people that said they spent the night in a sleeping bag is 74. It is higher. Good job, Gary.
Okay.
Gary, you have that king. What do you want to do with that king?
Alright. Let's cut the shit and call lower.
Okay, he's keeping it. Lower than a king. It's a 5.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. It's a 7.
Higher.
Higher than a 7. It's an 8.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Mr. Handsome Flippin', let's go lower.
Oh, flattery will get you everywhere. If it is lower, you're going to go off to the money cards for another $144,000. I'm going to give you another $2,000 for this game. Lower than the ace. You did it, Gary. Good job. So that brings your winnings to $49,200, Gary. In just a moment, you're going off to the money cards for $144,000. With Carla, Gary did not give you much of a chance, did he?
Yeah, but I'll be back eventually.
You will.
I had a good game anyway. Gary, get those money cards.
Well, we're going to give you 500 American dollars and congratulations, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Gary. Gary, you're rolling along, aren't you?
Funk is on a roll. Funk is on a roll.
Funk is
All right.
TNA. Funk is in TNA.
Yes, he is.
Well, Gary, who's your last opponent for the night?
Oh boy. Just because you know what, no. I would say it was somebody else, but I'm not gonna. Ryan needs to know what I was thinking of, but I'm not gonna face him. Is Matthew there?
Is he there?
I am. I just had my mic muted because I was watching over my pyramid game.
Hey, Gary, Matt, you want to face Gary in Card Sharks?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
If you're up for press your luck afterwards.
Oh,
I'll do it.
it's on like Donkey Kong.
I'll do it.
Well, Gary, you know the rules of the money cards right now. I don't even have to explain it, do I?
No, you don't.
Just give me a number between 1 through 52, and we'll do this.
36.
Going 36, my age, okay?
Yes, that's the reason why.
All right. I noticed you used 37 the last time. Here we go. Here's $1,000. And your opening card for $1,000 is a jack.
All of it lower.
He's going to keep the jack, okay? Everything lower than a jack is a 7. $2,000 in the 7.
I'm gonna be risky and be a little daredevil and say all of it higher than a 7.
He's not changing the 7, okay? Okay, everything higher than a 7. No.
Oh.
Well, that's okay, Gary. Well, we give you another chance. You get $1,000 again. You're back in the game, and you have a 3 now.
All of it higher than a 3.
Okay, he's not changing the card. Everything higher than a 3. It's a 7. $2,000 in a 7.
All right, now I'm gonna play safe and bid $1,000 higher than a 7.
Okay, he's not changing the card. He's at $1,000. Higher than a 7. It's a 10. $3,000 in a 10.
All right, I like to change it with number 1.
Okay, he is changing the card. Okay, with number 1. The 10 becomes a 5. You have 3,000 and a 5, Gary.
It's all or nothing. Go big, go home. Well, actually, I wouldn't say go big. Well, it's money. $3,000, all of it higher than a 5.
Okay, he's going for it. He's a gambler. Everything higher than a 5. No!
Oh! Gary!
Thank you for the compliment, gambler, because I am.
Yes, you are. But Gary, here's the good thing. We don't take away your winnings of $49,200. You still have that. And guys, we're going to take another break, and we're going to do our last game of Card Sharks this evening. Don't go away.